Welcome back everyone to this month's video. Now it's sad to say, but we are still receiving a lot of rain in my state, but hopefully as it's summer next month it will start to wear off. Even though it has been raining, I have still had some exciting moments in the garden that I'd like to share with you. Starting off with my carrot harvest that I'm very proud of. I sowed these seeds in April, and due to rats eating them I had to harvest them early. Because of this, some of the carrots were smaller than usual, but they still tasted delicious. If anyone has some good carrot varieties, I would love to hear them, as I'm wanting to try out some new carrot varieties for winter next year. One harvest I'm looking forward to are my strawberries. I did get a bunch of different varieties this year, such as Sweetest, Pink, Bravo and Red Cornet. The reason why I picked different varieties is because they all have different harvesting periods, so hopefully I will be picking berries all summer long. What I've also learned about strawberries is they have runners, and with those runners you can actually create a new strawberry plant. And my strawberry plants already have runners, so I'm very excited and I'm going to stay on top of that so I get double the amount of strawberry plants for next year as well. I've also put my tomato plants in as well. I've definitely planted them too close together, but I'm hoping if I stay on top of my pruning, they should be alright. I've saved all my dahlias from last year and they have done so well. It's actually my first time saving the tubers and I'm so glad that they have survived. As you can tell by the roots that they are more than ready to be planted in the ground. Most of my dahlias have started to bud up, so I will be expecting some flowers very soon in time for Christmas. Now, speaking of Christmas, this year we're having Christmas at my place. Our Christmas days in Australia are usually very hot, which means we usually have Christmas lunch outside as well as going for a swim. So I'm giving myself a month to start tidying and cleaning up the garden as well as inside of the house, so I won't be rushing around last minute trying to clean the whole house and the garden. I have been pretty slack with the garden maintenance, as you can tell by the large amount of cuttings and leaves that have been removed. One thing about my garden though is there will always be something to sweep due to the amount of bamboo I have in my garden. One thing I highly recommend for anybody's garden is those orange claw rakes that I'm using in the video. They're one of the tools that I use the most in my garden, so I do highly recommend them. Now, I know in a previous video I did say I'd be growing sunflower seeds in this part of my garden, but unfortunately the rats also got to these seeds, so I've had to put in some new plants. So I've popped in some lupin, hollyhock, some catmint and some lavender mist. One plant that has done really well is this hollyhock. For the first couple of weeks when I did plant them, they did look a bit iffy, but they had bounced back really well and they do have some bloom buds on them. Now, because I'm hosting Christmas, I thought it was a great excuse for me to visit Bunnings to see if they have any new plants for me to put around the poolside. I have this bench that I keep all my seedlings that are nearly ready to be put in the garden, such as these hostas. A couple of plants that will be joining this bench will be my new plants that I got today from Bunnings. A good staple in any garden is lavender. One variety I've heard great reviews about is English lavender. These plants already have such a good smell without it even blooming. I did grab some new plants which I'm excited to try. One is this little BB plant. It is an evergreen that produces small purple blooms, and it's also a good hedging plant. Another couple of evergreens I purchased was an English boxwood, as well as this plant called Pink Ellie, which I'm excited to see flower. The only annual I bought were these double petunia mix, which I believe is a new variety. I will probably give these another couple of weeks before I plant them, as they are quite small. As it's starting to heat up here in Australia, I will have some exciting videos to show for you all. For now though, happy gardening from me and Romeo.